Hey guys, I am one day post-op. I'm so sorry I couldn't take a video yesterday. It's because my op only finished around midday. So then it was a long drive back home and I just felt a little bit groggy. So I went straight into bed. I was looking after myself really. So it's the morning after. As you can see, I've got absolutely no bruising at all. I'm not in any pain, just in a bit of discomfort on one side of my nostril, and it still feels a little bit numb. I just wanted to talk to you about the entire journey yesterday. So I arrived at the centre in the morning. I was greeted by two of the nurses who were absolutely amazing. I got very nervous, so when I get nervous I start to cry a little bit, but they were ever so reassuring. They reassured me that I was in good hands. They really calmed me down. One of the nurses who has seen me throughout the process actually came to visit me as well. I met the anaesthetic doctor and he was really nice. So then they just went through my arms, checking my blood pressure and my pulse, just the general checks, and then went through a last consent form which I had to sign. They also showed me the theatre room and the recovery room, and it was very pleasant. It did not remind me of a hospital at all, which is a good thing. So the two nurses stayed in with me. They gave me a gown to wear, a hat to cover my hair as well, and just told me to remove all my jewellery. I then met Dr. De Silva, who was very nice, also very reassuring and kind. He made me feel very ready to go for this, and he just introduced me to the anaesthetic doctor, who then came. He spoke to me. He was lovely. For someone like me who is so scared of needles, he was very good when he canalized me. It was ever so quick, and he was very experienced. He just went through whether I had any allergies or anything at all, and then he said he's going to get some paracetamol running through IV. No problem at all with that, it was fine. Then he said he'll get the nurses back in to just do a few last minute checks, and then they will take me in and see Dr. De Silva. Dr. De Silva came. He asked me if I was alright. He drew a few things on my nose. I think the only painful thing was the local anaesthetic that he squirted up my nose. It wasn't painful, but just very just stinged me a lot. And sometimes if you lean your head back, it goes into your throat, but only for about 10 seconds, and that was it. I did feel a lot numb after that anyway. Then he walked me through to the theatre with the nurses. They laid me down. The anaesthetic doctor was ready there. Dr. De Silva was there. The two nurses were there, and they had some lovely. I was very nervous. Obviously, I was crying, so they put some music on, which was very sweet of them, and it really did calm me down. I was really worried because I thought the experience of sedation is not going to be good at all. I thought I'm going to stay up, I want to start talking throughout the op, but the anaesthetic doctor said, okay, we're going to just sedate you now. Within less than about 10 seconds, I could not remember anything. I was asleep for 3.5 hours. they said to me after when I woke up that I didn't even move, I didn't talk, I didn't flinch, I just didn't do anything, and I was fast asleep, and they said I was a very good patient. So for someone like me who has a very low pain threshold, for someone like me who can't stand needles, for someone like me who can be very agitated, just to know that how well the sedation experience of the whole surgery went, and how great the team was, I would really recommend this to anyone. Honestly, I woke up within 10 minutes after the surgery. They woke me up, they gave me something to drink. I was seeing double for a little while, so I think I remember saying to Dr. De Silva, "Oh my god, I could see two of you." We just started laughing, but that went off within a couple of minutes anyway. And then I just felt hungover for about, not long, only a couple of minutes, and then I was fine. I just felt like I had a really bad cold. No pain, no bruising, no swelling, nothing like that at all. I think I was jibber jabbing a little bit afterwards because I was still like half asleep. But just to know that I was asleep throughout the entire procedure. Couldn't remember a thing, couldn't feel the injections going up. I was asleep within less than 5 minutes. Then the nurse was lovely. She walked me to the toilet, she held my hand, she gave me something to drink. She kept asking me, "What do you want to eat?" and I kept saying hash browns. Then Dr. De Silva said to me, "The op has gone successful, everything went perfectly, and you were a very good patient." So that made me feel really happy. I think the only thing that was concerning me, and I would recommend to future patients, is that once you have your op, I don't think a long journey drive home is a good idea, because I think I felt very agitated in the journey. It was about 3 hours long to drive back home, and I just wanted to get into bed and actually fall asleep properly. So I would recommend for future patients to actually stay there somewhere the night of the surgery. I stayed there the night before the surgery, so I'm very happy to share my experiences and where I have stayed, because it was only about less than a minute walk from my hotel. Another thing that was bothering me was the leakage through my nose. On my right hand nostril there was absolutely no leakage, but my left hand one is actually leaking quite a lot. Dr. De Silva was very good. He phoned me in the evening yesterday and just asked me how I'm feeling, and he's just reassured me that it's quite normal to have trickles of blood. I've had to change my drip pad around 6-7 times yesterday, and just once today, but it's just morning, and as you can see there's no leak through. I don't think you can see properly, but I've just got a very slight bruising up here, but I can already see that my tip's not even that swollen, my bump is reduced, and it just looks symmetrical now, and I'm happy with it. I really am. They say day 3 is the worst for the bruising to come, but so far so good, so let's hope tomorrow stays like this. I think another thing just bothers me is that just having to, every time I got up it would just slightly pain my nose, so recommend future patients to stay sleeping and sitting as much as possible. I haven't been able to chew anything because it's been just giving me a bit of discomfort every time I open my mouth that wide, so just staying on soups and yogurts at the minute. And yeah, Dr. De Silva said to me that any problems, just don't hesitate to call back, which was lovely, and I know him and his team will always be there. And I'm due to see him again in 6 days time to remove the cast. Fingers crossed that it stops leaking so much from my left hand nostril, and that I'm able to chew properly and get some fluid and food down me properly. But overall, an amazing experience. Sedation was absolutely fantastic. Felt completely normal afterwards. I think I'm in a bit more discomfort today than yesterday, but only had to take paracetamol, nothing too strong for it. And yeah, I will update you all tomorrow. Thanks guys. Bye.